Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Shayla. If this is your first time here, welcome to Hot Dog on a Stick. I'm serving all types of mall cafeteria vibes, food court vibes, okay? So in today's video, I'm gonna be reviewing the one and only Rare Beauty by Selena Gomez. I had no intentions of reviewing this collection or this makeup line, and I even think they might have reached out to me to send me PR, and I probably just didn't respond. So as soon as I saw everyone talking about it and everyone saying how amazing it was, I was like, you know what, let me hit up Sephora. I will say the packaging's pretty cute. It's very just kind of clean cut, classic. At first glance, if this wasn't here, I would say it does look a little bit like Fenty Beauty, which is fine. Like, that's not shade, it's just the truth, okay? So I went to Sephora.com and I got a foundation, and I saw Iris, you guys know, on Instagram. I saw her color, so I just got a shade, the shade that she used, because we're usually the same color. I got a concealer, which it might be a little light, but I think it's gonna work. The eyeliner, a brow pencil, the setting spray, okay, a highlighter, which I'm actually shocked that this highlighter is this shade, because most of the time the darkest shade of a highlighter is never dark enough, like it's never deep enough, never rich enough in color. So I was pretty impressed with how this swatched. I also got the little sponge, okay, I wet it, that's why it's this big, and a powder puff, because I love powder puffs, especially to apply powder under the eyes. What else did we get? Oh, we got the lip colors. I only got 3 because I was like, I want to get colors that I know I'm going to rewear. And then we got 2 matte liquid blushes. I'm not really a liquid blush person, but this has a lot of pigment, so I'm really excited to try it. Overall, my first impression of just how it looks pretty cute so far. It looks real cute. The lip colors are more of like a blotty type of look, like it's not a high pigment lip, and I kind of think that's maybe the whole collection is very, I keep saying collection like it's a collab. It's not a collab, it's a brand. So the whole brand is kind of, I feel like, gonna give me more natural vibes, which I'm okay with. You know, you can't be an Instagram makeup artist every day of the week. So in today's video, I'm gonna be applying all the products that I got. I'll be using some tips from Selena's Vogue video where she did her own makeup, and I'm gonna give you guys my first impressions, my honest, the real impression, because everyone, listen, the whole internet is saying this is bomb, so if it's less than bomb, I'm gonna think y'all were lying. Okay, I'm gonna give you the real tea up in here. All right, I'm gonna start with the Rare Beauty 4-in-1 spray. It says it's a primer, and you can also use it to refresh your makeup, to set your makeup, everything. Looks like there's like a little bit of oil in there. I don't know if you guys can kind of see it floating around. So I'm gonna spray my face with this first. Ooh, smells good. I'm just gonna put a lot on and blend this in just a little bit. Let's jump into this foundation. This is 400W. Ooh, I haven't swatched this or anything. This is my first time trying it. I'm gonna dot it on like I saw Selena do. She went like this, okay? I think she used a lot less product, but you know, I like coverage, honey, coverage. Feels smooth. Ooh, that looks kind of sheer. Let's see, hold up. So when I watched that Vogue video on YouTube, she kind of just like spread it like this. So I could have gone a little bit darker, but we can make this work with bronzer. This is a medium coverage foundation. It's definitely, I would say, like on the lighter end of medium coverage. Okay, I know the foundation is a little light. I was at the pool yesterday. But I will say that looking in the mirror, it's definitely like a radiant finish, which I think that's what they claim it to be. So this is gonna be good for someone with normal to dry skin, or if you like the sheen. I know when my skin's kind of more on the oily side, I don't like wearing foundation that looks this shiny. But I think this would be great to mix with like my Estee Lauder Double Wear, because you guys know I love mixing. I wish I would have got one shade darker, but it's all good. I'm gonna add just a tiny bit of a darker concealer, almost as like a bronzer, because it's a little light. So I'm just gonna add a little bit. That way you guys can like look at my skin and like judge it for the real. Let's use this little sponge, because I know sometimes when my foundation's too light, it like throws everything off. Where I'm just like, I just can't see anything. All I see is light foundation. So we're gonna use this little sponge, blend it in. I'm not mad at this little thing. I'm gonna use this sponge for the concealer too. All right, next we're gonna go in with the Rare Beauty Concealer in 380W. Let me just show you guys, same kind of applicator. Oh, actually this is almost like a triangle shaped applicator, which is different. Let's see, get up in there. It's kind of watery also. So that means, I feel like I have to explain myself because Selena Stans might come for me. I'm not saying watery in a bad way. I'm just saying it's like a watery formula versus being like thick. You know, you gotta clarify yourself because Selena fans do not play. Ooh, okay, so definitely a lightweight concealer. It says it has a radiant finish. Oh wait, this is actually, yeah, super lightweight. Okay, so far you guys, Rare Beauty is giving me natural vibes, which isn't bad. You know, some people like to be natural, you know. Some people like to be more full on glam. So what do you guys think so far? I feel like my favorite product is the sponge, low-key. I really love this sponge. Like, it just gets up in there. You can use it for the face. I think the concealer might be a little bit too natural for me for like my glam looks. All right, I'm gonna put a little bit of powder. This is Makeup Forever powder foundation. I'm just gonna put this under the eyes. The concealer is so like wet, it almost darkened my powder a little bit. Okay, I wanna apply my setting powder, but I'm like, should I use this? So these little powder puffs are really good for applying powder on the face, but also resting your hand. So say you're like putting liner on and you need to like rest your hand on the face. This is a good like protector, I guess. I have a couple, you know, larger ones, powder puffs that I use from like Makeup Forever, Laura Mercier. This is more of like, oh, how about I clean those? This is more of like, I don't want to say a spongy material, but it's not the same as like this. It's not like a puffy material, you know, more spongy, definitely. So let's try. Okay, use a little bit of setting powder. This is gonna prevent the creasing. Okay, so typically I would I know I look crazy, I would let the powder set for a minute, but I'm just gonna wipe it off because I feel like my skin is looking like it just doesn't need this much powder right now. Like I'm over here like, ooh, it's looking a little, my skin's looking a little dry, so. All right, let's go in with brows. This is Brow Harmony in Warm Brown. You guys know I like my brows to be like a little bit lighter than the hair, so I don't have angry brows. So I don't know if you guys can see the applicator. It's kind of like you see it almost like a triangle shape. There's like no other way to, you know, describe these products other than natural. I feel like this pencil might be like a little bit too thick for my liking. I like the color though. All right, now I'm gonna go on with the other side of this brow product, and I'm just gonna brush through the brows. Little brow gel moment. All right, I added a little concealer on my eyes. I'm like looking at my brows like I'm not used to them being, I don't know, just looking like this. It's just a different look for me. I'm gonna put a little bit of powder all over my lid. We're not gonna do an eyeshadow look today because we're focusing on Rare Beauty, okay? And she didn't have a palette, so we're just doing skin today. I'm gonna add a little bit of bronzer, my NARS bronzer in the crease. We're gonna do like a winged out look. Can't wait to try this liner. I cannot wait. I'm also gonna smudge bronzer under my lash line just to give like a little bit of definition. Okay, you know how I just said I wasn't gonna put shadow on? Okay, I lied. I'm just gonna put a little bit of a sparkly color on the lid. This is, what am I gonna use? True Bronze from Natasha Denona. I just need like a little something, okay? Like, just like a little something. All right, you guys, a moment I've been waiting for, the liquid liner. This is called Perfect Strokes. I think it's the only black liner she has. Let's see here, moment of truth. Kind of like a marker felt tip pen, I guess. So it's not really like a brush, more of like a marker, which is actually pretty easy to use. I'm just layering it because I like my liner to be black. I'm gonna wing it out a little bit. Wow. I mean, that was probably like the easiest wing I've done in a minute. I'm actually digging this liner. Like, it went on super easy. It's dark. That's like my #1 concern with eyeliner. It has to be dark enough, and a lot of brands, it's just never dark enough, okay? I'm gonna throw on some lashes. These are Tati, are these Tati? I'm like reusing lashes. Tati, Jamie Genevieve collab. All right, you guys, I'm nervous about this next product. This is called Reflect Liquid Luminizer. I'm nervous because I don't use liquid luminizers that often. And let's just start on the nose. I'm like, ooh, this might be too much. Ooh, okay, a little bit goes a long way, you guys. I almost feel like, ooh, it might be a little bit too dark. I wouldn't recommend putting this directly on your skin if you have powder on like I do. So I'm just gonna put it on the back of my hand here because I want it to go on the brush evenly. Add a little bit more. Oh, I got a little too much on. I'm actually not mad at this. This is pretty. I feel like I probably need to get one shade lighter. Like you can see I put it on my nose, it's a little dark. I don't know if it looks, if you guys can see that it's almost like pearlescent versus golden. It's like a pinky bronze kind of shade. Let me add a little bit versus being like golden, highlightery. Look at my nose. I'm actually not mad at the finish. Like I love the consistency of this, like how easy it blends. I need to check out the other colors because I only got one. I should have got two. I saw the one under this, the lighter one, and I was like, nah, we'll just go with the darker one because it's probably not gonna be dark enough, and boom. Actually looks really pretty. All right, let's try this blush. I'm gonna try Love. I think this color is so pretty. I'm gonna do the same thing, just put it on the back of my hand here. Ooh, there's a lot of pigment there, and I'm gonna use my brush. This is a synthetic hair brush, the same one I used for the highlighter, and I'm just gonna kind of blot it so I get an even coat on the brush. So when I apply it, you know, it doesn't look like crazy. Like I want it to look nice and smooth. Yes. Wow, I'm actually surprised at this pigment, you guys. Obviously I put a little bit too much on this side. I'm just gonna blot it to kind of bring it down a little bit. Oh my God, okay. Let me just use this sponge to kind of take it off a little bit. There it is. Got a little too excited. At least we know there's pigment, okay. It's actually pretty, I look fresh, you know, very fresh. Okay, I'm gonna set the makeup with the setting spray, 4-in-1 setting spray. Is that eucalyptus? What is that? Okay, while the setting spray is kind of drying, if it will dry, I don't know, maybe it's gonna stay luminous like this. I'm gonna add a little bit of mascara to my lashes. My skin looks super radiant, glowy. Okay, I look very dewy. I'm kind of liking it. All right, guys, I am gonna try on all 3 of the lip colors that I got, starting with Thrilling. And we're not gonna use lip liner. I'm gonna add a little bit of lip liner. I don't know what I was thinking. I was like, oh, I'm not gonna add lip liner so you can see it. No, we need lip liner, okay? Just a little bit. Cute, I like this color too. Okay, so this lip is giving me soft marshmallow vibes. Like it's super soft on the lip. It almost feels like I'm not wearing lipstick. It feels like there's just like a layer of like softness on my lip. All right, next up is Heroic. This is like a pinky, ooh, yes. There's a smell to it too, like not a vanilla smell. It's not bad, I just don't know what it is. There's like a little bit of a scent to it. Oh, this is cute. Do you know how everyone came out with those blotted lip colors where they're almost like as if you put color on and blotted it off? This is giving me that vibe. This is pretty though. All right, I'm gonna add a little bit of brown lip liner for this last color. All right, this last shade is Brave. Ooh, I like this color. I actually want to get more of the lighter shades. I love that. I love that finish. Ooh, this is definitely my favorite color of the 3 that I got. This is really cute. All right, guys, here is the finished look. I keep looking down at the monitor because I'm like trying to figure out exactly what I love and what I like. Because I don't think there's anything that I'm just like, eh. Well, yeah, no, the brows were a no for me. Let's just dive into the products that I absolutely love and the products that I'm just like, meh. Overall, I will say this, all the products performed, like nothing let me down. Like, I think it just comes down to preference. Like the brows, I'm just not into that thick pencil. The powder puff, I'd probably pass on. I did love the setting spray, which is a surprise because you guys know I do like more of a matte look, but I love how my skin looked after I set it. So this is definitely a product that I would buy again. I like the blush a lot. There's a lot of pigment. Okay, this kind of shook me a little bit. Okay, I was blown away by the pigment because I just wasn't expecting that, especially with like cream or liquid blushes. Most of the time they don't have enough pigment. So this was a pleasant surprise. I can't wait to try the pink one. Maybe the next video I'll try the pink one. I love this liquid illuminizer, even though I still want to try the shade a little bit lighter, but I think this would be really pretty as like a sun-kissed kind of bronzer moment. You know, maybe I could even put this over my bronzer. I think the only thing that I'm just like, I don't know if I would buy again is the concealer and foundation, only because, hear me out, usually when I wear makeup, I like full coverage. When I'm not having that full coverage look, I'm usually not wearing anything. There isn't an in-between for me, so I'm not that person that's gonna ever put on like just a really lightweight foundation to run errands. I just won't wear makeup. Do you know what I mean? So for me, it's either all in foundation, full coverage, or no makeup at all. And I think this foundation and concealer is really good for those people that like that just, okay, I just need to put something on real quick, like a tinted moisturizer or something, just a little something to run errands. I think this foundation is gonna be for you. I am gonna spend the next week mixing it with my Estee Lauder, because you guys know I like to mix my foundation, so I'm not counting it out just yet. It doesn't look bad though. Like, I'm looking in the mirror, I'm like, it looks really good. I just prefer a little bit more coverage. So overall, I mean, the brand is good. Thank you guys so much for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed it. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. What do you guys think? Like, are you here for Rare Beauty or what? Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, and last but not least, strut and slay.